What's up, guys? Chemist here for Meanwhile in the Man Cave. We take a look at all things pop culture, games, toys, or anything we think is cool. And today, we are taking a look at the Dungeons & Dragons Elkhorn figure from NECA. The character of Elkhorn was first created for the 1983 Dungeons & Dragons LJN toy line. He is part of the heroes group Valor's Call, which is composed of Strongheart, Ringelrun, Mercian, and Moliver. Elkhorn has also made his appearances in a couple of 80s adventure modules, such as the Shady Dragon Inn and the Quest for the Heartstone. Elkhorn's bio describes him as being a most stalwart companion of Strongheart, and unflinchingly loyal, tirelessly optimistic, and fiercely devoted to the destruction of evil in all its forms. And what this dwarf warrior lacks in wits, he more than makes up for with his warrior's heart. Okay, starting off, looking at this box, you got some great artwork on the cover of Elkhorn himself. Titled the character on the side, along with a picture of the action figure down there on the bottom. Preview of the character on the back, along with a description of Elkhorn himself. Another preview of the figure. And as it is with most of these NECA figures, you've got your window box packaging with a little photography of the figure itself. So let's stop wasting time on this box and bust Elkhorn out of his cardboard prison. And now for the brief preview of what we're getting in the box. We're starting off in the first layer here. We've got 5 extra hands, a sword and sheath. Got yourself a shield, backpack, an extra head. Over here, you got a battle axe, a war hammer, a torch, another smaller war hammer, another axe. Got the Heartstone. Looks like some amethyst crystal, and a jug of some sort of ale. Not to mention Elkhorn himself. So let's take a closer look. Starting off, you have 3 left hands with varying grips for the different weapons, and 2 right hands with varying grips. Next, you have the sword and sheath. Looks good, and it will go into the sheath. And you have his shield. Looks good. It's got some scarring on it. His adventuring backpack. Looks nice. Little bedroll down here on the bottom. Does look like leather. Elkhorn's optional head. Pretty well modeled. A nice jumbo battle axe here. Looks really good. Here we go. We've got his war hammer. Again, this looks really nice too as well. Another alternative warhammer. Another axe. What self-respecting adventurer wouldn't have a trusty torch? His adventuring dagger for up close and personal battles. And Elkhorn's jug of dwarven whiskey or mead or whatever you choose to have in your adventure party. Some amethyst crystals. They look pretty good. Semi-translucent. And finally, the Heartstone from the D&D Adventuring module. Okay, here's our Dwarven Warrior, Elkhorn. I think he looks really good. Coloring on the beard and everything's really good. Armor looks nice. The appearance of chainmail. Look at that. That looks really nice. The paint makes the straps and everything look like leather. Really nicely done there. Texture on the pants and the boots. Okay, let's check out Elkhorn's articulation here. Not a lot of turning back or forth here because the beard does restrict a lot of that motion. You're not going to have any moving forward or back with the head either. So again, because of the hair and the beard. And really, you can angle the head a little bit, but not a whole lot. As far as his arms go, of course, you got your lateral motion there. And you've got your forward and back. Again, that's a little bit restricted because of his armor. You've got your elbow joint, of course, as well as an angling at that elbow. You could swivel that. Down here at his wrist, you do have a hinge there in order to angle that fist back and forth on there, as well as turning. No real abdomen joint there, but you do have a waist joint. Plenty of motion there at his legs. Lateral movement, as well as forward kick, but not a whole lot because of this armor. It does restrict that motion. And a little back here. A decent amount of swivel at the hip up here. That's really good. Obviously, you've got your knee joint and a swivel at the knee as well for angling that foot. Because most likely, I don't think there's any, you can't really move the foot as far as swivel it. You can tilt it back and forth here, but you really can't angle it too much here. But that's okay because you can do that basically at the knee to give him that plant foot. So that should be the same on the other side. Let's get Elkhorn's accessories on, get him into some poses, and I'm gonna let you know what I think. All right, guys, so here he is. I got him into some poses, and I gotta say, it was a lot of fun posing this guy. I didn't have any problems, finding some different poses for this guy, and it made it easy, not because the fact that his articulation was so good, because it really wasn't. His articulation's not great. It's not bad, but it's not great. It's the fact that he came with so many accessories. He just comes with a ton of accessories, and good ones too at that. He has so many weapons. He's got his backpack, the sheaths. You can just alter his look so much just with his accessories. And I really, really like that. And I gotta say, all these NECA Dungeons and Dragons figures that I've unboxed so far, I've really liked. And I'm hoping they continue this line. Now, I know they haven't come out with any in quite a while, except for the repaints of these figures, the ones that were done up like the classic LJN versions. But I do hope they go back and redo some of those old LJN figures because there were quite a few more in that line that they could do. And I would be all over those as long as they keep coming out with them. So anyway, as if you couldn't guess, I highly recommend this figure, and if you're a fan of Dungeons and Dragons at all, or fantasy in general, this figure is well worth the price of admission. So anyway, I want to thank all my returning viewers. Thank you guys so much for taking time out of your day each and every week to come back and check us out. It's very much appreciated. And to any of my new viewers, please, if you like what we're doing on here, please give us a like and subscribe, because it helps us out a lot and it helps others find our videos. And please come back every Tuesday at 9 a.m. for a brand new episode of Meanwhile in the Man Cave. I'll talk to you guys later.